Hi, and welcome to the new Viking collection. I have created 6 new blends and I'm going to introduce them one by one. And this is the first one, the helmet. Sit back, enjoy the ride, and I hope you like it. But first, a little bit about the Vikings. So if you ever bought a souvenir Viking, you'll notice one thing about him, and that is the horn attached to the helmet. But that is not historically correct. That came through a costume designer in 1865 when they set up a German opera, and he thought that the Viking helmet was a little bit flat. So he attached horn and he was enthusiastic about it. Later on, when they put up the Nibelungen's Ring, one of the very famous German operas, again the costume designer thought there should be horn in the Viking helmet. And since then we have been fighting with horns in the Viking helmets, but there were none. And I have a real one here, but I have to remove my glasses, otherwise. And here we have the helmet, and as you can see, there are no horns. It is just a metal with leather inside, so it's a little bit pleasant to wear. And you can see here on the graphic, I have chosen to leave the horns on the helmet, but I know it's not true. You know it's not true. But the most of the people, they think there are horns in Viking helmets. That's why I left them. No horns in helmet. I know it. Now you know it. No horns. And what kind of tobaccos do you find inside the helmet? Let's have a look. When you open a tin of the helmet, you'll find that the tobacco is completely black. And the reason is I have used 3 different kinds of Cavendish tobaccos. The first, the Virginia Cavendish, you might know. It's a yellow Virginia leaf that had been steamed so long until it turns black. And in that process, it loses round about half of its natural sugar. So Virginia Cavendish is milder than the original Virginia, but it still brings natural sweetness to the blend. The second Cavendish is made out of Catarrhini. Catarrhini is an oriental tobacco that have been through the Cavendish process long enough. It also turns completely black. Catarrhini contains a little bit natural sugar. About half of it is used in the process of making a Cavendish. So it is actually also a bit milder than the original one. The third Cavendish I have used is made out of Rustica. Rustica was the tobacco that the Native Americans smoked before the English started colonizing. And it's a strong tobacco, it has a lot of nicotine. It's bold, it has earthiness, it has herbal notes. And this tobacco, after blending it, softening it up a little bit, I have made into a Cavendish. And these 3 Cavendish tobaccos are mixed together, not 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. That's not the way it's done. Each tobacco has its own percentage. It's then cut. It's put into a press. It's pressed into a cake, and the cake is cut into thick slices of crumble cake. And what you do with the tobacco when you smoke it is you crumble it out and fill it into the pipe. No need for a knife. You probably never smoked anything like this tobacco because it has 2 completely new components in the blend. The Catarrhini Cavendish is going to add some spiciness, just a little bit sweetness, not much, but at least spiciness. And the Rustica Cavendish is going to add some boldness, some nicotine, some strength, body, some earthy notes and some herbal notes. And the Virginia Cavendish does what it has done since it was invented over 150 years ago. It adds natural sweetness to the blend. There are no top flavor, so what you are smoking are the tobaccos themselves. Now it's up to you. Crumble the tobacco, fill it into your pipe, light it, lean back and enjoy it. Happy smoke. Thank you for watching the helmet. I will be presenting 5 other tobaccos in the Viking collection. So please stop by next time you see one and enjoy it. No horns.